Welcome everyone. The topic of our today's discussion is how to handle risks in business. Now, risks, what is this? So, as many of you must be aware, risk is uncertainty. It is uncertainty whether we are going to earn profits or loss in a business. It is actually whether I am going to win or I am going to fail is uncertainty. Whether I am going to survive or I am going to die is an uncertainty. And risks are everywhere in your life also. If you are moving out of your home, there is a risk that you will get injured because there is a huge traffic. You may die, you don't know. Any day, any time. You don't know. There is uncertainty, there is risk. But the question is whether you don't go outside your home just due to this particular fear, due to this uncertainty. No, my dear friends, you don't do it. So, how to handle risks in business? I will share with you one famous story which has been quoted in a book by Shiv Kheda, You Can Win, in which there was a burrito maker. This burrito maker was doing great business in United States of America. So his son did an MBA degree from London and came to America. And when he came back, he told his father, "Father, recession is going to come." So his father said, "What to do, beta?" So he said, "Father, why are you spending too much amount of money on this lighting? You have put a lot of lights outside your restaurant. So why you have put this lighting? Just turn these lights off." He said, "Fine, beta, we are going to reduce the electricity bill by reducing the number of lights over here." Then what next? So the son said, "Father, why are you advertising too much? You are actually wasting your money. Everyone in the town knows your business very well. Your restaurant is very famous. Why do you waste so much money? Earlier, when it was started, I could understand, but now why are you wasting money?" So he said, "Fine, beta, we'll stop advertising." So they stopped advertising. Then he said, "Why you have kept so many waiters in the restaurant? Why you are spending so much money? Reduce the number of waiters. One waiter shall do the work of two waiters." So he said, "Fine, beta." Now what happened was the waiters were reduced, the number of waiters were reduced. Then he said, "Father, where you are purchasing the raw material for this burrito?" He said, "From XYZ vendor." So his son said, "Father, why from XYZ vendor? Buy it from ABC vendor. He is supplying it 50% less cost." His father said, "Okay." He purchased raw material from ABC vendor rather than XYZ vendor. Now, what happened? You must be knowing. The quality of burrito declined, the advertising reduced, the lights reduced, the number of people who were providing the service were reduced. Ultimately, the business went down, and his father said, "Son, really, recession has come." So, who brought this recession? The answer you are knowing, his son brought this recession. So, if the businessman would have thought, "I need to evaluate what my son is saying," and he should have evaluated this uncertainty of recession, right? And so, what happened was the fear of failure or losing money or losing business was greater than the joy of making great burritos and serving it to the people in US. That led to failure. The question is, in business, there are uncertainties. There are a lot of uncertainties. There's a fear of failure. The question is, your joy of doing great business is greater than the fear of uncertainty of losing money, or it is less. So if your joy is greater, you can handle the risks very easily. Because your joy is greater, your fear is not. Your joy of making money is greater than the fear of losing money. So those people who are afraid today, who are worried, recession is going to come, inflation is very high, the central banks are reducing the interest rates, what is going to happen to the businesses? We shall not do businesses at all. We should take risks. So what you are doing is, your fear is overcoming the joy of doing business. So those people who are doing business, those people who are entrepreneurs, those people who are working in jobs must not have a fear which is greater than the joy of working. The question is, if the joy of working is there, your any kind of uncertainties will not be able to affect you. You look at the time of Great Depression in 1930s, right? You can see even the stock market charts. You can see the depression was very small, had very small impact, because the joy of doing business was greater among people at that time, more than the fears of recession. So the question is whether you want to be winners or losers. Because again, I am repeating the famous saying. It is said, failure inspires winners and defeats losers. Are you a winner or are you a loser? Think about it. Thank you so much.